And updates. Yay! I am Laurel, and we are here to share with you the news from around the AltSpace VR community. And I'd like to introduce you to my awesome. Oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna keep doing this. Here's
Oh,
Donna.
oh, thank you so much, Laurel. Hi, everyone. I'm Donna McTee, here to help host another in our third year delivering you the news from around the AltSpace VR community. What a week it has been for innovation and imagination. We have events, worlds, and news to share with you from the past week and into the next. So let's get this party started.
How many of you were at the Microsoft Ignite keynote on Tuesday? Thursday. I lost track. Wow. Okay, so over 2,500 people attended it in AltSpace live. That's amazing. Private events continued throughout AltSpace and through the Microsoft Teams online conferences over the next few days, and the announcements of new immersive technology, server technology, and other enterprise goodies were released throughout the developers conference. We've been searching for a word to describe our experience of the keynote, and we've come up with two words. The first word is wow. The second is when.
There is just something special about seeing the future manifested. We've been dreaming about something like Microsoft Mesh for a long time, and now it is here. Unfortunately, the answer to when is not here now. For those who rush to download, sign up, and jump on board this new technology known as Microsoft Mesh, and those waiting to do so, here is what you need to know.
Microsoft Mesh is designed currently to only work for HoloLens 2. It is designed for enterprise and corporate level applications, so don't expect it coming to a mailbox near you very soon. Currently, the price of a new HoloLens industrial device is about $5,000 US dollars. The regular HoloLens is around 3,500. Rumors of a cheaper model are flying around, but we haven't heard anything specific yet, but we're eager.
Soon, Microsoft will allow developers a full suite of AI-powered tools for avatars, session management, spatial rendering, synchronization across multiple users, and holoportation to build collaborative solutions in mixed reality. I'm not sure if you can hear it, but my dog Megs is so excited about this. Now, to create the mixed reality effect, real world objects are scanned, and the Azure Object Anchors tool is applied to duplicate the object and apply interactivity and effects to it for manipulation by the HoloLens with its hand tracking capabilities.
Hmm. And full body tracking stuff. It's really amazing. The shared world experience that we witnessed during the event is being worked on for a parallel version of AltSpace VR being referred to as the mesh enabled AltSpace for enterprise customers using Microsoft account logins. It was also created with the use of Microsoft Reality, mixed reality capture studios that uses green screen technology and full bodies tracking and recording to create holographic experiences and media. Pretty
For
amazing.
For those working with enterprise level companies and universities, you may apply to participate in the mesh enabled AltSpace VR version. However, currently only those with HoloLens and top level VR headsets are being accepted, though we anticipate the program expanding soon. To sign up, go to altvr.com/mesh.
As we said, this is a taste of the possible in the future. And that future, we're not sure when it's coming to the consumer level. It's really not sure, but the costs are coming down. As with all such developments, it'll take a while to be consumer ready and friendly. But this is our future, folks, and it is really exciting.
Now, let's discuss some closer to consumer level impacts that Mesh may bring to AR VR experience soon. Niantic is the developer behind Ingress, Wizards Unite, and the global phenomenon of Pokemon Go. The work the Google based company has done with AR has been revolutionizing, especially for the mobile phone market. Jan Henke, CEO and founder of Niantic, is working with James Cameron. Remember him, the filmmaker and ocean explorer behind the amazing Avatar movies and others. Okay, working with him to use Microsoft Mesh to create shared mixed reality experiences and expand upon them. So expect news on that coming soon.
Cirque du Soleil co-founder Guy Laliberte has also embraced Microsoft Mesh for mixed reality and a virtual reality entertainment experience, starting a new platform called Hanai World. Now don't get too excited. In some ways, this is a competitor to AltSpace VR, but it is more closely a competitor to what Wave and High Fidelity, not the audio, the original, and the other entertainment platforms dreamed they could be, which is now possible with this new technology and the high end devices. Hanai is open for pre registration, but it is not accessible yet. It will require the HoloLens or an equivalent, at least at first, but don't worry. AltSpace VR is still your best bet. The Microsoft Mesh technology and benefits will eventually filter in for all of us as well. So we live in hope. As all things, we live in great hope.
Now, on to the real virtual world that we live with daily. We have plenty of current news for you. If you're a musician or singer playing music through a mic or using a virtual input, recently AltSpace VR released an update to improve the audio quality. To use it, turn off the audio filter in Settings, Audio, to improve the audio quality and experience. Remember to turn it back on when you are done. Over-the-ear headphones are required when using 2D at all times to avoid the echo and feedback, and our ears appreciate it when you do. And just a side note, people, that you can put in earbuds. You can hear perfectly well in earbuds, and every once in a while, somebody can be heard okay with earbuds, but for the most part, when you speak in earbuds, it's the voice, the audio drops, it goes high, low, it's fuzzy sometimes. We just have massive problems with audio when you're speaking using earbuds. Okay, so over the ear headphones with a mic are really the way to go.
And watch out for that Bluetooth. Bluetooth headphones really tough to keep a connection. Now, the ability to see the file size of a world has also arrived. So as you sit in the great vortex and you're waiting for the world to load, a loading slide will appear with a countdown of the megabytes loading into your headsets and computers. While helpful to a point, it does not allow you to cancel the teleport and return back to your home or wherever you were. So if you get in there and there's this heavy, you see like 80 megabytes or 100, 200 megabytes, you're like, you're stuck. But still, for heavily loaded files, you are entertained by sitting there and watching numbers count down as it slowly loads.
Well, and this is awesome because if you find a world and you decide to bring your friends to it, if you know how heavy it is and how long it takes to load, it helps prepare your friends. It also, um, for some of your friends who may be on a lower bandwidth, may explain why they get stuck, right? So for you guys doing world tours, even just from the campfire, just saying, "Hey, friends, come on a world tour just spontaneously." This is a huge help. Now, it is also a view into the order in which world building things are loaded into your headset. In general, the template of the world is downloaded first, then kit items, then designated as objects loading. Currently, only the template is tracked on the slider with the megabytes, not the kit objects.
Wouldn't that be nice to see those come into? I want all the information, knowing what I'm going to go into. All right. I just want the details. We are nearly a month into front row options being enabled by event hosts and the room capacity increased to 50. So far, not hearing many complaints of crashes, though some are experiencing a little lag when the event world is really full with a lot of people. However, there are some other bugs that creeped in from after this week's huge update that was designed to facilitate the features in the Microsoft Ignite keynote event.
If you are using an Oculus device and lose your cursor in world, the best suggestion to recover we found is to click the Oculus button on your hand controls and resume back without leaving the session. This usually recovers the cursor. 2D users are encountering the bug of losing their cursor when they use the in-world camera. We've heard a few people say they were able to recover by clicking escape or clicking their screen. Most have to leave world or exit out of Altspace completely and re-enter.
But either way, here's a tip. If there's a teleporter in the world, head into it and see if in the second next world you regain your cursor. If so, please use immediately the support ticketing system under Settings Support to send in a note and upload your logs to help Altspace VR developers figure out the problem. If you exit, you wipe out the logs and you come back in and there's nothing to preserve. And that's the problem is people are exiting and thinking that will help, but it doesn't help. We need those logs to go to Altspace. And this is where collaboration through support is so very essential. We have to report these things and send in them logs, send them in those logs.
Can I just make one comment about that?
Mhm.
I just heard myself say this at 101 just a few minutes ago. I often say this, and so I just want to reiterate it here that this is the difference between being early adopters and pioneers. Every one of you, every one of us, we're pioneers because we're dealing with all of the let's add new features, let's go through the bugs, let's report the bugs, let's go through the fixes. Oh, the fixes don't work. That's all part of helping to create what social VR will be 2 to 3 years from now. So these things that we're having, if you think about it, the experience from that perspective, as in helping to design what the world is going to experience in VR 2 to 3 years from now, it takes a little bit out of the bite of the annoying part now. So it's all perspective.
It
Thanks,
is.
Laurel.
Mhm. And it's also, don't forget, this is really important. In order to develop, many platforms and systems shut down. They're keeping Altspace alive while they're working on it. We're a part of this live process. It's pretty darn exciting to be a part of that. Okay, so a couple days ago, Althena of the Burning Man Cruise, she posted this absolutely beautiful message on the Altspace VR Discord about her feelings about the staff, the developers, and the community. We'd like to share a part of it with you.
She says, my perspective on what Altspace VR represents itself to be in my view of the world is a proof of concept to truly and deeply create the human consciousness and human experience. We, as a family, go into this variant of the world that was created by human idea. In there, we can truly express ourselves in our conscious thoughts and innermost or even subconscious thoughts by making the decisions we truly would make without the fear of failure. I believe that Altspace VR is the future and that this platform will become a staple in the daily life of anyone in the world because it is accessible to, hypothetically speaking, everyone. I've been able to connect with more people from more parts of the world, more cultures, more perspectives, backgrounds, people with disabilities, people where there is a language barrier between myself and themselves. Altspace VR has, in and of itself, become a place where all of these things are able to blend. Within Altspace VR, the people who are truly there for the community have achieved a world peace. There is peace on earth. There is a place where things aren't so bad right now, and it always will be. Anytime we need to find ourselves, we can find ourselves in Altspace. It is life within itself, and I'll always be thankful that it exists.
Wow. Very powerful, powerful words. Thank you, Althena. And thank you also from this community that you've embraced. And we share your gratitude for what Altspace VR brings to all of our lives, right? Yeah. Thank you. Now, see, there's some good involved besides bugs. We're on to some world building news, and boy oh boy, have we got some news for you. For many years, we've been complaining about all the dead worlds that's been created for each new arrival in Altspace VR. We've asked to have those worlds either removed or made private to get those worlds out of the database and to reduce the dead wood, if you will, from our searches. I mean, nothing's more frustrating than find a cool name world, you go in, there's nothing there. And Altspace VR listened. Not exactly as we thought, but they listened. New users have no worlds when their accounts are created. They need to turn on Worlds Beta, then use the Worlds tab to go to My Worlds, and all they have to do is just click one of those squares and they can create a new world. Bang, it's done. Really simple. So it just means that the world isn't created, but the ability is sitting right there with one click. It can happen. And I think this is a great way to limit all those dead worlds that are sucking up the database.
Educators in VR has started a World Builders Team project to build worlds for educators, students, researchers, and more. They want to showcase the possible in immersive education. If you are interested in participating, join their Discord by going to educatorsinvr.com, checking out their Discord link there, and look for the World Building Team project channel.
And we've seen a burst of requests for help in the Altspace VR Discord world building channels for uploading what are considered high poly or high resolution templates and kits. As a reminder, Altspace VR works across multiple headsets, including 2D Windows 10 and Mac computers and laptops. And it does so because it's classified as a low poly environment. That allows people like me with ADSL to be able to connect in, one step above dial-up. Although the Altspace VR website and the Unity through the Altspace VR website and the Unity uploader, you may upload templates and kits and models and skyboxes that contain no scripts due to security reasons, though they may include Unity based particle effects, ambient sounds, and animation. Lots of fun stuff you can do. There continues to be a 100K polygon limit on most objects, and kits are recommended to not exceed 5 megabytes, preferably less, and to be limited to no more than 100 objects. Is just honestly, digging through more than 100 objects in the world editor is just tedious the way it's set up right now. So for more details and instructions, please head to help.altvr.com.
Just keep going.
The Altspace VR Discord also features an active group of channels to discuss all aspects of world building from beginning to advanced Unity techniques. It's supported by some of the best world builders and designers I know, because some of you are out in that audience are no better source for help, because they've the scars, the bruises, they know how this works, and they're there to help. But start with a simple search, because many times we have the same questions are asked over and over and over again. And Discord has some powerful search capabilities. So just do a simple search. And if that doesn't work out, then ask.
The Wednesday World Tours team helps world builders expand their creativity with monthly world building themes. Their weekly tours cover a wide selection of worlds and challenge builders to take that knowledge and build for themselves and others based on lessons learned. Each month, they host a theme to encourage world builders to build, and this month, the theme is galleries and exhibits. Throughout the month, they will be hosting tours with examples to help you understand that this is harder than you think and yet easy to do. On the last Wednesday of the month, they will take your suggested and built worlds and tour them, showcasing the creativity here in Altspace VR. This Wednesday is another of their monthly How to Get Started in Altspace VR workshops.
Start building those worlds. The world team is also launching a kind of unusual event. We're calling it kind of like a boot camp training camp. It's a training session to recruit and teach people how to help lead world tours and answer questions for our Wednesday world tours, all about world building. The world tours event on Wednesdays have often over 100 RSVPs. And so now they're breaking the tour up into groups, and they need more tour leaders. If you're familiar with world building and you love to help lead world tours, come join the crew. Come help them expand their world tours events, and come join us on Wednesday for the World Tours training camp.
Now, once a month on Tuesday, Daisy Shaw leads a world tour across the diversity of Altspace VR as well, inspiring people to push world building to its limits. She just announced that she will be hosting these events on the first Tuesday of the month for a while with a new team of world tour leaders. We are so excited that Daisy is taking some Unity classes and really expanding her skill set, so watch out. We expect there will be some amazing worlds coming to Altspace VR. She already has created some brilliant worlds here and pushes the boundaries of the possible. And we're so excited to see where she's going to go next.
Now, if you're a more advanced builder and you're ready to dive into MREs and a deeper interactivity and animation in Unity, the regular SDK meetups are designed to help you for more advanced world building discussions. So keep an eye out for those.
Dargon has started an introduction to MRE coding with the next event this Thursday. And check out the classes with the Computer Science and VR team for free and paid workshops with Carnivore and others.
Unity continues to offer free classes on the Unity website. So take advantage of these before they go back under the paywall to learn as much as you can about creating worlds with Unity and importing them into Altspace VR. Now, many users, we have the most generous community here. They've created videos on YouTube to take you through the process step by step of how to build your own world here in Altspace VR.
Don't forget the help.altvr.com knowledge base lists step-by-step tutorials and instructions on how to build your world and make it compatible with events And look to community helpers, the people with the green border around their badge and the heart in the top left hand corner. Many are experienced world builders willing to help answer your questions. There are no end to resources available on world building in AltSpace VR. And we love showcasing new worlds here at News and Updates. Let's see what we've uncovered this week to share with you.
This is so close to home. I love this. The Grove of the Matriarchs is a hiking trail through the it says Cascadia terrain. It's through the Cascades in the Olympic Peninsula and whatnot associated with Washington State, but it's close enough. So it is meant to be enjoyed slowly with friends. So take a leap of faith off of Innovation Rock and relax in the home of the ancient trees. It's so beautiful.
Andes ISS finds you in a spacesuit floating in space outside the International Space Station with Earth far below you. Float towards the station and you will find a teleporter to go inside. Make sure you turn on fly when you enter this world. Inside the ISS, roam the corridors and take in the awesome view of Earth. If you would like to see your world featured here, join our News and Updates Discord and paste us a link and description to the World in Our Share Your World in News channel.
Yay! We love that. All right, now it's time for Discord tips. Wow, the compliments continue to come in. We appreciate how much you appreciate our new Discord tips. Thank you so much. Discord helps to support our AltSpace community before, during, and even between events and meetups, keeping the social going all the time. So if you have a tip on using Discord, please share it with us on the News and Updates Discord channel. And here's another one for you this week.
Did you know you can overlay Discord in your VR headset? There are several apps in Steam that allow Discord notification and voice communication from within your headset. Overlay, spelled OH-VR-LAY, is $3 US and allows Discord notifications in your headset. The more expensive OVR toolkit allows you to display desktop windows, including Discord, in your headset and use it as a virtual desktop. There are more APKs and apps out there, but if you are using a tethered device like Rift or possibly the Oculus Link, you can set the audio in your headset to the Windows settings. Then set the Windows audio settings to your Rift or whatever device. In Discord, go to your personal settings, voice and video settings, and set it to the default for Windows settings. Now say that 3 times fast. Whoa.
Well done.
Join a voice chat in Discord and you will be heard and hear the discussion.
Now, there is a well-known caveat to those instructions. When you're talking on Discord, you mute AltSpace. When you're talking in AltSpace, you mute Discord. This is especially important if you're moderating or working an event, as Donna and I know very well, on the same Discord chat in the same world or event. You thought the normal echo effect for people without headphones was bad? Discord triple echo effect is really, really painful. So just remember, in Discord, mute AltSpace and AltSpace mute Discord in your ears. Well, thank you. We'll have more Discord tips in our news and update server and here next week.
If you're trying to talk in AltSpace and Discord at the same time, trust me, the wrong one will be muted all the time. It is so it really is an art to learning how to do that. Now, calling community helpers, it's time for us to talk to the AltSpace VR community helpers we've been discussing. The AltSpace VR community standards considered the handbook for community helpers. There is a section on inappropriate content that is worth reviewing. We're only going to highlight a few important points here today.
The guidelines state that any content in events and worlds not be obscene, explicit, violent, defamatory, disparaging, illegal, pornographic, gruesome violence, or offensive as in intolerant and sexually explicit. Okay, we understand that. And you know what? We appreciate that. But do you know this applies also to name tags?
This is really important because I have to say that sometimes I don't want to address people just because of what their name tag says. It
Uh-huh.
states that there is an exception. No, sorry, I'm going to start that over. It states that there is an expectation that users will choose a username. Okay, so what's happening in my house right now? Laurel's going to do this
Uh,
because my husband just came home and my dog Mags is like a little too excited. Go
just a
for it,
little. All
Laurel.
right. It states that there's an expectation that users will choose a username and display name free of inappropriate terms. Okay. Community helpers volunteering on their shifts in the info zone or hanging out in the campfire are often the first to encounter these poor people with the unfortunate name choices. Now, some people do this on purpose to incite, inflame, and offend. Yuck. Sometimes they really just don't know any better, and it's up to us to help them learn.
And I'm back,
It
just so you know.
Okay, if it is truly purposely offensive, we block them and report it for trolling. Either that, let the stuff in the campfire know so they can act pretty quickly on that because it usually means that they have intentions behind that. If it's just an unfortunate choice, like they use their email address when setting their account by mistake, gosh, we see that all the time. It's such a privacy violation. Just don't do it. And they, or they just thought they're being cute. Yeah, don't call it cute. Please talk to them about it. Tell them that they can easily change their display name on their profile, the altvr.com website. And I tell them, just think, what would you want me to yell across a room at you? Is this what you want to hear? If that's not what you want to hear, I'd recommend getting it changed. If it's what you want to hear, I'm not going to help you. If they've made a really unfortunate decision in their username, that requires the submission of a ticket to support to request it be changed.
Now, we are here to help and learn from each other, and it begins with the compassion and guidance of community helpers. If you are interested in becoming a community helper, look for anyone with a green border around their name tag and a heart inside and ask for information. If you are a community helper and would like to share some tips and information here to support the Community Helper Program, please let us know after the show.
Yay! Now we're on to AltSpace VR events. And oh my goodness, do we have a bunch of events for you? We're going to start with a look back over the past week. Our reporters have been busy reporting on all the events. If you'd like to become a news and updates reporter like them, please talk to us after the show. We'd love to have you join our crew. And we'd like to welcome our newest reporter, NGC. Yay, we love NGC is here. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. And NGC has been taken, Lance has taken NGC under his wing, and the two of them are bringing us great pictures and reports from around the AltSpace VR community. We love our team. Beautiful.
As we discussed, the Microsoft Ignite keynote rocked AltSpace VR. From among the over 2,500 people in attendance for the live presentation, it is highly likely that at least half of these people were first time visitors to AltSpace VR. What an introduction!
Hmm. Now, the special effects that were done for this event with Mesh and the Microsoft Mixed Reality Capture Studios using HoloLens 2 were absolutely amazing. The audience was introduced to interactive objects where we could select the fish we wanted to see swimming around us. So the audience got to choose what the aquatic life forms were.
We watched ships sail through the stage on water to demonstrate the amazing research being done with HoloLens for going to places humans can't, including the automated submarine vessel for deep sea research.
Oh, so I want to be on that research team. We were taken to Hanai World and where we stood around a campfire on a beach and danced with other dancers who climbed upon each other to form a humid human pyramid right over our heads. It was an amazing shared experience that is rarely experienced outside of virtual reality. And what an experience it was for all. But as much as we spent time talking about this, that wasn't the only thing going on here in Altspace.
The Educators in VR research team held a grand opening on Monday with an introduction to their new presentation world. Built by Viswig and based upon experience, experimentation, and research, this outdoor amphitheater overlooks the Canadian Rockies and is a wonderful presentation and small group discussion event space. Congratulations, team. Well done.
Mhm. Now, we love us some rocket parties. Love rocket parties. This week's event had some amazing drama as the live watch party watched the test launch of Starship SN10 HOP, and its successful return to the launch pad, only to have it explode 3 minutes later. That was really, really talk about dramatic. That was amazing.
Thursday, Health Systems Chats event on cobots, social robots, and a discussion on intelligence and safety for robotics in the workplace and beyond was an amazing experience as the event floated over Nagoya, Japan.
Hmm. And
Laurel, did you leave? She'll be back. Give her a couple seconds. See a countdown. 7, 6. Okay.
I'm
Oh, you're
back.
back. There you go.
Yes. All right. So Donna's Live Love Dinner with Friends events are super rocking, and they are such a great success in this beautiful snowy world with an outdoor kitchen bikini. And there was plenty of sharing and discussions about bacon, which appears to be their new official food group. You can catch all the fun yourself as they bring more food into Altspace next Friday.
Now, there were parties and socials and classes and workshops, world tours, concerts, and so many events happening all week, as it does every week here in Altspace VR. Let's turn our attention to what is coming up this week so you will rush to your events calendar and RSVP these events so you don't miss a minute of the excitement here in Altspace VR.
Yay! So tonight, immediately after news, I mean, like, don't stand around and chat. Go, go, go is the fundraiser for Agrabah Live, which is the Altspace VR version of Aladdin's Adventures. The event is free, but it's designed also to help raise for donations to help pay for the set and for the props only. The event is entirely supported by volunteers who are acting, they're directing, they're managing, and they're keeping everything on track. If you've missed last year's Neverland event, please do not miss this one, as Mike and his team have really, really pushed the boundaries of theater in virtual reality. And what a great experience for all of us. With the theaters closed most everywhere, the show does go on right here in Altspace. We can still participate and attend theatrical events safely. Love it.
Happy hour at the Bricks with Aussie Guy is a great opportunity to socialize and meet new friends or hang out with old friends. Tonight, they are celebrating the 1990s.
And Droppin' Jules Radio focuses on Black culture. And tonight's show features three female guests: Blue Wade, who is the founder and XR developer of Together While Alone, also chair of the Multidisciplinary Studies in Digital Communications Media at Marymount, California University. And she's bringing her team members, Jessica Santos Pena and Zima Wyatt. It should be an incredibly amazing discussion.
AICU Channel presents a music and artistic community event happening tomorrow, inviting artists, photographers, painters, writers, and others to connect and share their artistry in this social experience.
Okay, I just got a funky sign, and I'm going to hope that Altspace, everybody else got it? Says Altspace is encountering problems. Am I the only
Nope,
one?
I
I'm
didn't
the
get
only
it.
one. Let's see. What I'm not going to click it till I'm done with this segment, this part. Evolve VR's on location storytelling event features the Mudville baseball field and story of Casey at the bat. It was so popular, they're repeating it. So don't miss this wonderful immersive storytelling event with Tom Nickel.
Monday, Tim and Mehdi and Ali host another thought challenge with their innovative event, The Social Dilemma. It's a great experience to share your thoughts on current events, morals, and experiences. They stream the event to their Facebook group with VR Digital Citizens, so it is enjoyed across multiple platforms.
Yay! Now, uh, Do Chiacere in VR brings together Italian speakers to socialize and network in VR. So join Bionic Lombox on Monday to connect with other Italian speakers. And Tuesday is an event for Dutch speakers led by Luzami Luz Angel. Love that. Remember, if you're fluent in a non English language, please create a social group to speak in that language. So many here are desperate to talk to others in their own language and to connect. This is one of the many, many great examples we have here, and we need more of them.
Monday, Matt the Scientist brings science into the kitchen, again with one of two of his regular science events here in AltSpace VR. This week, we are a bit confused but thrilled as he has 247 people RSVPing for this event. So get in there when the doors open to ensure a spot.
It's amazing. Let's meet in VR with our own Donna McTee celebrating International Women's Day with a movie in the park. The movie is Becoming, which is a documentary that features Michelle Obama and her best-selling book and the book tour.
Oh, thanks for mentioning it. You know, we watched the movie. Well, I've watched two movies in AltSpace in the past 24 hours, and it worked great, and people enjoyed it. And so I was scrolling through to see what other movies were there, and I saw Becoming there. So thanks, Laurel. I appreciate that. That was like a spur of the moment thing to decide to do that. Now, Tuesday, Educators in VR's weekly workshop features our beloved Timon of VR Digital Citizens. He will be sharing his insights on audience engagement and community building through event hosting in the metaverse and beyond. He and his team have now produced over 100 events in AltSpace VR, including, as we've featured here many times, the Moral Dilemma, the Social Dilemma, Maddie Trader, Oh My Brain, and his popular Greek mythology storytelling events.
Love it. Tuesday Gets Social is back. It offers a special event on creating great social VR experiences with spatial chat and exploring the design and development of social immersive spaces.
Tuesday is another The Flock event with the King of Comedy game show with Oswin. 8 contestants will compete against each other to determine who is the funniest to be crowned the king or queen of comedy. The audience votes with emojis, so come support your favorite comedian. And seriously, laughter is one of the byproducts of AltSpace VR. People can get around together around the. We talk about this now every day about what a release laughter is and how when we have to self isolate in so many places around the world where we're still in isolation, just laughing with other people is such a release. So this is awesome. I love this.
And if you want more laughter, we are improv. We are Improv VR is back with their real fake news event for adults. Two contestants play against each other, and the audience votes on who they think are telling the truth. It's you want to do laughter. This will put you on the floor, so don't miss it.
Simulation Nation hosts M. Stern, science fiction author with work published in Cyberpunk magazine, Right Ahead, The Future Looms, and others. He writes weird horror fiction. Check this special interview out. It's happening on Wednesday.
hmm Food architecture and sustainable food with food technology is the topic for Thursday's Health Systems Chat. Chuck will be highlighting the virtual Future Food Tech Summit. I practice saying that. And discussing food building, food architecture, the future of food, and he's doing it on the Eiffel Tower. I had no idea there was that much tech involved in food. It's going to be fascinating.
Thursday is another AMA, Ask Me Anything event. And this week, KIP VR Immersive Technologies is the winner of the Rising VR Company of the Year from the VR Award selections. Come meet the people behind this company and their amazing immersive technology innovations.
Now, I'm a little prejudiced on this. I'm excited about this. Daniel Dubosky Bryant, who's co-founder with me of Educators in VR, will be the guest for the next Virtual World Society fireside chat with Tom Furness. Now, many of you know Daniel, are familiar with the work of Educators in VR here in Altspace VR and Engage and other platforms to evangelize XR technology for education and beyond. As an XR leader and innovator, he's a longtime educator specializing in VR and AR, 360 media, teacher training, and is a professional language instructor speaking 5 languages fluently. In 2019, he won the Inspire Award for Best Tutor in Wales. And last night, he did this amazing event with a green screen to recreate the motion capture and whatnot, like was done with Ignite in Engage. So the limits at all costs here. So join him on Thursday with Tom Furness and Virtual World Society for a great fireside discussion on the future of immersive technology.
So many events coming up this week, but time only for a few more. The Flux Crime Time is back with its true crime talk show, a chance to discuss deadly acts. This week, a train ran over 2 teenagers in Arkansas, then turns out not to be the suicide or accident they first thought. This should be a suspenseful and lively discussion.
Hmm. Now, Friday, Educators in VR's XR Medical and Healthcare Team Project brings John Martinez of Ludus Global, an immersive training platform used for medical and healthcare training in patient care and treatments. They are doing groundbreaking work building and providing VR training programs for a variety of organizations and occupations, and you don't want to miss this on Friday.
So many events, so little time. This is just the tip of the iceberg of events and activities all around the Altspace VR community. Check out the events on the events calendar for the main events, as well as the All tab, and RSVP to send yourself a reminder an hour before the event so you don't miss a moment.
All right, it's that time. All right, Donna, you want to do the intro and let me get the thing up?
Okay, the Microsoft Ignite keynote really lit a fire in the imagination, hopes, and dreams of all of us. If you were there, hopefully you've seen the video. This raised the bar on VR and Altspace VR, and we'd like to know your thoughts, concerns, and dreams of what this technology will bring to social and event VR when it eventually filters down to us. So please share your thoughts. Use the raise hand button down to your bottom right to let us know.
Karen, you're up.
Well, it was just absolutely mind-bending, awesome. I think, right now we're in cartoon characters, but we feel immersed here. We feel physically present here, but how much more so when we can really truly interact with the environment and be able to see each other as we really are in real life or in the other world, I should say.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It is so exciting with that. The little part of me went, I'm still in COVID sweat mode. I'm not, sweats and a shower once a week. So I'm not ready to be visible for the world yet. I kind of like just kind of not brushing my hair in the morning. And boy, I've been saving money. Have y'all been saving money on no not buying makeup? Love, except for those of you who Zoom. Anyway, yes, but that
One other
ability,
thought, sorry,
yeah.
Laurel.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, it could be really interesting. I've thought about this a lot to see how, if people want to share their physical appearance in VR.
Mhm.
You know, I think some people will and some people won't, and it's going to be fascinating to watch the evolution of that, because those desires and needs are going to drive also the adoption of sharing our real selves in a VR environment.
Hmm. It's called embodiment and presence, and it's going to be really interesting. And that's a huge, huge conversation. What is most exciting to me is the adoption of what are called the Azure object anchors, where they can take something in the real world, map it out by scanning it, and then when you pick something up or you push a button, you're doing it in the virtual as well as in the real. And that interaction level, so that our hands become tools and not just our bodies, but that interactive, watching that and seeing that happen. You're absolutely right. Yeah, big conversations are going to be coming up. Y'all thought that when we lost our avatars, over a year and a half ago or so, whenever we did the remodel, that brought up some major conversations. This one's going to be an interesting conversation. Great, Karen. Thank you. I love your insights as always. Mike, you're up.
Yeah, I thought I'd follow on with that as a thought, because I noticed during the keynote, obviously the big kind of thing they were pointing out was it wasn't obviously just real people, but you had real people captured talking to avatars, and obviously more people also brought in, I think, on Teams on a flat screen. So I think my interest would be, does this mean we're going to end up with the freedom of choice, in terms of how you come into AltSpace or into anything that's on Microsoft Mesh, where you kind of get that idea of identity that you want to be that real person that's captured on HoloLens and brought in. Would you prefer to stay as an avatar and kind of choose the appearance that you want to express, or are you one of those people that maybe can't afford a headset but may still want to almost have an additional gateway drug? So you maybe start off on Teams, then you can eventually step into AltSpace on 2D, and then take the plunge, get a headset, and dive straight in, or go go hybrid and get HoloLens and kind of get the best of both. It's really fascinating,
Absolutely.
though.
It is. Donna, what do you think about all of this? Thanks, Mike.
Sorry, I don't have any thoughts on this today. Sorry.
Okay. She will. Just give her a second. The yeah, it's really cool. Did y'all see? I was just absolutely thrilled beyond belief when I saw about the submarine machine that goes down into the deepest depths of the ocean, and the control of it is through AR technology, where you are the robot. You control it. What it sees, you see, and you get to interact with that world through that. And the things that they discovered already in doing this amazing deep diving, the Ocean X machine, that was absolutely incredible. And that potential. My husband he works with he's an aerospace engineer. He works with uh, airplanes and planning and fixing and all kinds of things. And the idea to be able to walk inside of an engine while it's running, to see what's wrong with it, to see how it's working, to see how the parts are coming together. To me would be, for jobs that require dangerous things, as James Bailinson has said, that's one of the greatest uses of VR, is working with in dangerous situations, and being able to work at that level, really exciting. And we were in our World Builder group, we were talking about creating a world where we could walk through a brain and see the nerves and the neurons functioning. Okay, come on. Wouldn't that be amazing? So I live for that kind of stuff. I think that would be beautiful. And there's that potential there. Lance, let's hear from you. What'd you think?
All right, well, that other one was really cool. I've never seen anything like that before. First, I was like, okay, it's gonna be a simple thing. Next, I'm like, oh wow, I've never seen this before, which was really cool. Could tell something was going on, but the mesh, is that what it's called, mesh or
Mm-hmm.
something like that?
Mhm.
That was actually really cool, and my sci-fi-ness got to me, imagining someone being all the way on Mars, and but they have family on Earth, use the mesh and be in the living room and stuff, which would be actually really cool. So maybe further in the future, people who live in the spaceship could use the mesh to see everybody here and be able, still work from light years away, but at the same time, which would be really cool. So
Well,
I'm
wouldn't it
always
have
far
been
in the
cool?
future.
Oh yeah, but if Perseverance had mesh technology on it right now on Mars,
Oh,
wouldn't
that would be really cool.
that
Yeah,
would be
then you can
so
actually
cool
control
because
the robot and be like,
not
ooh.
only controlling it, but to be able to walk around and see what the cameras and stuff film and record and be in that environment and look at it close. Yeah,
Up
I'm with you.
close, yes, that would
I'm
be
with
really
you.
cool.
I'm with
Oh
you.
yeah, oh yeah,
Yes,
space.
I love it. Space, yes, our frontier, not the future is ours. Yes,
Exactly.
yep, absolutely. And to kind of address the issues both Karen and Mike brought up is that I think that right now VR as it stands now and as it's going to be in the next, couple years or however long that takes, is going to be a bridge between, you know, what we have now and holodeck. I really believe that holodeck kind of technology from Star Trek is we're going to be able to be into a world where somehow, the things we see are going to be solid. They're going to have colliders on them and we'll be able to sit in chairs and touch things and move things around even though they're generated through energy. I really think that things like Microsoft Mesh, that's heading in that direction, and to be able to have that skin contact with that's got to be coming. So I'm dreaming of that. Anyone else, any comments about their experience or what they thought while they were watching the keynote? Just hit that raise hand button.
Oh, that's what I thought. She'll be right back.
I am. Yep. All right, we're going to have lots of discussions about this going forward in the future. Darren, you're up.
Okay. Dismiss. All right. Yeah, I just thought it's not really. I was thinking when I was watching it, but I was thinking after you mentioned about sensitive sensors on the skin to feel the
Mhm.
difference. They have some videos right now of vests you could wear. They're about $500, and you could go into Population One and feel. They had videos on YouTube of different VR, whatever the VR YouTubers,
Mhm.
and they had them on. They were showing them how it reacts. Because it has a front and the back, and it's 48 different sensors.
Cool.
It's a
Yeah,
sensory
there's
vest.
some amazing stuff. And they do have, I just saw a new a 3D glove, or a glove that was made with a 3D printer that fits kind of right up against your skin and it doesn't stick out. It literally is like stuck on your skin. You just kind of snap it on. And
Yeah.
that it's also haptic too, so that you can have sensors and feel and stuff. And it's not like the big clunky gloves where you're actually sliding your hand into a big leathery glove. This is really close to the skin that can convey the same kind of sense. So there's amazing stuff that's out there.
I've
And it's
I've seen
beautiful.
one. I've seen one where they have this like sort of like how like spider legs that go above and then down below, and created
Mhm.
a pressure response to your fingers
Mhm.
to give you. I think they updated that to a better one, but originally earlier they had like this kind of a spider thing that goes above each finger and you wear it on each tab, so you can feel the pressure as you pull something. It simulates the pressure of something as
Yeah.
you're gripping it.
Well, we're going to be having, thanks, Darren. We're going to be having smells and feelings and all kinds of stuff. But right now, that's the best we have. This is what we got right now, and we love it already here in Altspace. So thank you, Darren. Thank you, everyone. That is all for this week's news and updates. Thank you for being here every week to share the latest updates from around the Altspace VR community. We live stream the news onto YouTube every week, so you can catch up with all the past episodes to learn more about all the stuff we do here in the Altspace VR community.
When news you need to know happens, we share it in our news and updates Discord so you get the news through the clutter of information. Please do tell a friend and share our Discord and YouTube channel so others can keep up with the news in and around Altspace.
We do this for you for free. We are not Altspace VR employees. Our team works hard each week to gather the news and information to help our community keep up with everything going on here in Altspace.
And it's a great team, and we'd love your help. If you would like to join the news and updates team, please let us know after the show. We need every ability and talent, and we will help train you in event hosting, management, and moderation. This is your show as much as ours, and we'd love for you to be a part of it.
Now, normally we're all hanging around after the show to answer your questions, but go see Agrabah right now. It's starting. And, but if you do want to hang around, we'll be here to chat with you.
And as always, thanks to our news and updates volunteers and moderators that help make this event such a success. Thank you, thank you. Remember, in these uncertain times, please be safe wherever you are in the world. See you next week, everyone.
Yeah. Thanks, Donna.
Thank you, Laurel.
Yay.